You're watching the 38th season of Football Friday. Live from WTOK, it's Football Friday with Patrick Talbot and Eve Hernandez. Football Friday begins now.
That's right, it is officially football season here in East Mississippi and West Alabama. And welcome to our kickoff show, The Heat. Big story for week one so far. We're going to kick off our season with a condensed show tonight, and you can tune into our digital news desk and Facebook Live after the show for some last-minute score updates on our Football Friday overtime segment that we're launching this week. Hopefully caught up with Will Royal before the news tonight, but if you missed it tonight, set a reminder. At each and every week, we'll have a Football Friday pregame show that goes on live around 9:45 to see how the week is looking.
Yeah, that's right, Patrick. A lot of new elements this season, but let's get back to week one of Football Friday. We had a cruise at a half a dozen games, and we're going to recap last night's matchup between Quitman and Meridian as well. So let's go ahead and kick off week one with our game of the week. I went out to Collinsville to see the Knights and McGee Trojans. It was a Hawaiian out for the West students tonight. Right off the bat on the Knights' first drive, quarterback Caden Peoples keeps it and is easily in for the touchdown. The Knights up 14-7 early on in the first quarter. The Trojans' offense is going to come on the field now in a third and short situation. Handoff is to McGee's Braden Gregory, and he is immediately swarmed by a bunch of Knights defenders. Look at how packed the stands were tonight. That's just incredible. And on the very next play, Trojans go to punt, and the punter drops the ball. Knights' Kendrick Brown picks it up for the easy scoop and score. Knights decide to go for two on the next play here. Running back Travion Mosley, the ball carrier, and the two-point attempt is good. And the Knights roll over the Trojans tonight, 58-19. What a great start to the season for West Lauderdale.
Yeah, that's right. And after that, we'll travel to Northeast Lauderdale. So the Trojans hosted the Pelahatchie Chiefs out of Rankin County. First drive for the Trojans here, and Johnson finds the gap around the 45, and he takes it to the promised land. But the Trojans failed to convert the two-point conversion. Remember that name, though, because he had 3 touchdowns in the first half. TD number 3 coming at the start of the second quarter as he breaks a tackle for an easy 6 points. Still no point after attempt or any sort for Northeast, 18-0 as the first half winds down. Just when Pelahatchie thought they could get on the board, though, Jamario Clayton takes the bobbled catch and he houses it for 90 yards to give Northwest a 24-0 halftime lead. Trojans enter the 2023 season with a win, 38-7.
And just up the road from Northeast, we head to Lamar. The Raiders taking on the PCS Bobcats tonight. There was a stalemate between both sides until the last 2 minutes of the first quarter, where Lamar's Trip Morrow catches a deep pass. Look at how incredible this catch is right here. That will bring the Raiders up 6-0. Just incredible. A few drives later, the Lamar defense is too strong for PCS, and they get a safety, extending their lead to now 8-0. Love that soundbite right there. A few drives into the second quarter now. The Bobcats lose the ball, and the Raiders recover. Into the very next play, running back Jaden Jones runs the ball in for another score. That will bring the Raiders up 15-0. Lamar moves to 2-1 on the season as they win this one 42-21. And halfway through our first week of Football Friday, it was a scorcher outside of the, everything, my goodness. Most of the games are kicking off between 7 and 7:30 tonight, where a lot of the heat breaks for these players. And Patrick, at 6, you started off our Football Friday tailgate season at a school that opted for the later start time tonight.
So Lake and Enterprise met today. That's where we had our Jack's tailgate, and it was great atmosphere in Enterprise. Tons of fans showed up early. They were ready for a 7 p.m. kick. But despite that heat and the 8 p.m. kick, watching the pregame, though, and in talking to the coaches this week, you got the feeling that this was going to be a game fought in the trenches on the defensive and offensive line. Whoever won those battles would win tonight's game. Let's get back to the action in our tailgate matchup from Clark County. Enterprise Bulldogs hosting the Lake Hornets. Enterprise student section showing out tonight as they were loud. We'll pick this one up about midway through the first, though, as Lake blocks a punt. Kevin Spivey catches it and runs it all the way back for a touchdown. Hornets go up 6-0. They're going to go for 2 here, and it would be O'Darius Johnson in the backfield. He takes the snap, He gets it right there, just takes it straight up the gut. 2-point conversion is good for the Hornets. Hornets now go up 8-0 in the first quarter. Enterprise driving, trying to respond, but Lake's Demetrius Towner goes right up the gut, hits the quarterback, forces the fumble, and recovers it for himself. Towner actually lost his shoe on the play, but still recovered the fumble. Final in that one, though, Enterprise wins it 21-20. They came back in that second half. Lake missed a 2-point conversion attempt with about 45 seconds left. This was a very exciting final few minutes of the game.
And now to Decatur for a matchup between Winona and Newton County. Newton County started off with quarterback CJ Towner. He's going to throw an interception right here, where Winona was able to march down and score a touchdown right after that. It's going to bring it 7-0. Newton County running back Kamari Brown was trying his best to carry the team on his back as he continued to try and run downhill. And even though Newton County tried to generate some offense, they continue to have to punt right here after this. This will give Winona a chance to put the dagger in as they're running a trick play to pitch it to Tristan Purnell for the touchdown and to put Winona up 13-0. This game was all Winona as they win 47-14.
Meanwhile, back in Lauderdale County for some 8-man football action, defending champs RCA hosting Ezekiel Academy out of Alabama. First quarter, and the Warriors already down 18-0, but they get this on the board. Ty Jones takes the pitch around the corner and beats the defender to the house for 6. 2-point conversion would make it a 10-point game. Ezekiel would respond in kind, though, as QB Mac Mills hits John Hodges right here with the deep ball right over the head of the Warrior defender. Knight inside the 20. A couple of plays later, Brandon Davis, he would take the handoff right here. He strolls leisurely into the end zone for another Knights touchdown. Failed 2-point conversion, though, would make it 24-8, and a tough one for Russell as they fall hard tonight, 54-8.
And the Quitman Panthers opened their season at home last night. I was out there yesterday to see this kind of lopsided battle between a 4A team and a 7A team, but that did not scare the Panthers away at all. They played a lockdown defense all night, holding Meridian to only 1 touchdown with a missed extra point attempt. And with just a few minutes left in the game, who else but running back Ackland Deer with the late touchdown. Quitman win 7-6. What an impressive start to the season for the Panthers.
Yes, it was. Great week one. Tons of great atmospheres across the state and across the area, Eve. I know you had some fun out at West. I know the Enterprise was just a phenomenal atmosphere. It was just a blast to be out there. I'm so glad football is finally back.
I am so happy. It's the best time of the year. We all are so excited for football season. I can't wait to get on the sidelines every week now, and it's going to be amazing. We
want to thank everybody who was out there and filming for us. It was great work to all of you guys tonight. And while college football officially kicks off next week, there are some Week 0 matchups, including right here tomorrow night on WTOK. Jackson State hosting South Carolina State Bulldogs, and they kick off their season at 6:30. Again, that's right here on WTOK. Meanwhile, got a ton of SEC action that's getting ready to start next week.
Definitely.
We got Alabama, we got Mississippi State, we got Ole Miss. All 3 teams in our area. We're going to be out there, and we're going to have so much fun covering that. I know I can't wait to get out to Tuscaloosa, Starkville, and
the whole thing.
And Oxford. It's just going to be amazing.
It's going to be amazing.
I literally cannot wait.
I know. We're so excited. I'm going to Starkville next week for that matchup. You're going to Tuscaloosa?
Yeah, I'm going to be in Tuscaloosa for the Alabama game. You're going to be in Starkville. It's just going to be we've said it so many times tonight. Football is back.
Yes, this is what we've been waiting for.
We're great. One last mention of the Facebook Live, though, with Will Royal, Football Friday Overtime. That'll have more scores and more updates, and that's going to do it for our Football Friday show this week. Thank you to Jax for feeding, our football crew, by the way.
And as always, thanks to you at home for watching. We will see y'all next week.